Yo, yo.
Hello and welcome to the new meta, episode 1. I'm the ThaPChild, the
Lord
other
Fluff.
host sitting over here, Lord Fluffy. So, hello, how you doing today?
Good, man. How you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. So, we decided we were going to get together and start a podcast. A little bit of focus on Diablo, a little bit. So, what kind of got you into Diablo in the first place, Lord Fluffy?
Well, I kind of came to the Diablo scene pretty late. My first Diablo was Diablo 2. I've actually, to date, never played Diablo 1 still. I couldn't play it because I didn't have a PC growing up. And for my graduation gift, my senior year, I got one of those stupid iMacs, like those terrible looking ones with like the handle on them.
Yeah, nice.
And then I finally got to be able to like play Diablo 2 like without going to a friend's house. And I kind of made the classical mistake that everyone does, where you like make a necro and you level up skeletons till the end of time, and then you just get wrecked when you move on to the second difficulty.
So did you get duped gear?
No, I never got into any of that.
My start was the same. I never played Diablo 1. Diablo 2, I played briefly. A friend loaned me a copy, fired it up, played, hopped in a public game, and instantly had some guy drop all this amazing loot on me.
What?
Yeah, instantly. And then I breezed through the campaign, like one-shotting everything, and killed Diablo. And that's really all I remember. Never played it again.
What?
Never.
Diablo 2 is a great game. Great game.
So I really have zero memories of it. And then I got into Diablo 3. I'm a huge World of Warcraft player. Played since beta. Had an active subscription until current still, I think. But my friends all were getting Diablo. You remember they gave it away. If you bought a year sub to WoW Time, you got Diablo for free.
Oh, really?
So that's how I got Diablo 3.
Wow. Damn. Yeah. I think I didn't start streaming until, like season 3, season 4. Because I kept people kept asking me questions like all the time, because like all my friends would ask me questions. Like, you know what, I'm just gonna stream, and I would see guides like out there on YouTube, and I'm like, man, he's like, this is a really good guy, but if you could just change this one thing. So
right.
I just started doing it. Streaming ever since.
At first, it was casual for me. I played with friends, with buddies, and we were kind of noobs at first, for sure.
What changed?
Yeah, not much.
Okay, good.
A lot. Still noobs. But I enjoyed it, and then I thought about streaming for a long time. It's kind of what got me into it. The first stream I ever watched was a Diablo stream, and
who'd you
it's
watch?
a game that I felt I knew. It was Channer, actually.
Who? Chainer. Okay.
Chainer, yeah. Chainer. Yeah.
Over Quinn? I mean, what?
Yeah, it was that's how I found out about Twitch. The very first stream is I was looking. I must have been looking at Barb guides or something.
Was Barb your first class?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
For sure. So I saw his guide, and it was probably before seasons even started. I want to say, I don't know. It was probably vanilla, and I watched him for a little bit, and that kind of introduced me to Twitch. And then I didn't really watch a whole lot of Diablo streams, honestly. So Quinn a little bit, and then I'm a big Destiny fanboy. So most of the streamers I watched were Destiny players.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's that rip-off Halo game.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I got into Diablo. And then the streaming aspect of it, I wanted to stream something, and Diablo was just natural to me. It felt good to stream Diablo. So that's kind of how I started streaming it. I
kind of kick myself in the butt a lot, because like a lot of the bigger streamers these days, like they're former Halo pros at one point in their life, that they've been just like streaming for since Twitch was like a thing. I'm just like, man, if I had just done that like from the start. I didn't even know it was a thing until late vanilla Diablo, which is ridiculous.
That's kind of the same.
Yeah.
I thought about doing it years ago, and I hesitated, and then I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball now. Yeah. We're playing catch up.
Yep.
So, but
I mean, we're streaming the #1 game on Twitch,
right?
The fastest path to being rich and famous. Like, it's
It pays for my Lambo in the garage.
Yeah, yeah.
What can I say? You know?
New rims every day.
Yeah. I think I'm going to paint it pink next week. I don't know.
Ooh, match your little cute background that you have here.
I know. Do you guys like this background? Okay, let me slide out of the way.
ThaPChild was like, I don't have a background. I was like, I got you. Beautiful.
The background.
Beautiful.
Courtesy of yours truly. Lord Fluff hooked me up with that.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that was my start into Diablo. But let's what Diablo news do we have to talk about?
Well, there was the band wave.
There's a little band wave. A little
wave, yeah.
Just like, you know, got like 3 or 4 people.
Little tasty band wave. But
how do you feel about that?
There could be more. You never know. That's why it's called a band wave. It could just be like testing the water.
It's a slow wave. A big long
Well, that's
wave.
usually like in the past, like they'll do like a band wave, and then like all the bodies like, whew, I'm not banned, and then like a week later they get banned, and then their friends that are like, yeah, I made it, they get banned a week later. So that would be.
They might get. I think they'll probably get more at the end of the season.
I hope.
But this season, the start of this season was my favorite in history of Diablo because there were no bots. The bots were broken for the first 3 weeks. I felt like the leaderboards were extremely.
It was great,
honest, and you didn't get in groups with people that had like 1,000 more Paragon than you.
Yep.
And infinite greater rift keys to push. It was amazing. And then the bots started back up.
Right. Because I was like, I'm gonna play Demon Hunter this season. Like, I'm not even gonna play Necro. And then like, oh, bots are banned. Like, this is my chance to like really push up high on the Necro board. So I started grinding away on a Necro. And then they came back in full thrust.
Yeah, it's funny because you have all those friends on your friends list that are like, oh, I don't have time to play this season.
Yeah.
You know, I got school and college and then all of a sudden, like as soon as the bots are fixed, they're like, oh man, I passed all my finals and I aced all my midterms and I can play all the time now. So
weird.
Just interesting.
Weird.
Interesting.
But yeah.
So
good.
What do you feel about that? Like bots in general? Plus, minus, hate, don't hate.
Knows.
Do you care?
I hate the rat botters, man. It's just it's the worst. So the guys that like just bot and then just like chill in town and never push the boards, like they still bother me. But it's, you know, obviously the bots.
Does it matter if they lie about it? Does it bother you if they're like if they come in and they're like 4,000 seasonal Paragon legit, bro, and you know they're not? Like, there's no, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like. I've had that happen legitimately.
So how can you know? Like, how can you really know though? Like if they're being.
You can't. That's the thing, and I get mad at Blizzard for it because it's not. We have a mentality of guilty until proven innocent now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you're 4,000 Paragon. I instantly think you're a botter. Instantly, doesn't matter if they're not. I still think
there's a good handful of no lifers out there.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
I'm skeptical.
There's like trust fund babies that are able to play like 10 hours a day. I don't think that's probably a case anymore, but like maybe the first season that like rats were a thing. Yeah. People are actually playing that.
I can see it then, but now I don't like the amount of people that I get that are, you know, 22 hours a day when I look them up.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you don't even have time to take a shit and shower, let alone go to the grocery store.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Or pay your bills or, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're rats.
So they are.
But I wish they would just be transparent about it. Like Blizzard, if they were like, hey man, we're putting out a small band wave, we're testing some new parameters, so like maybe this will stop the bots, or maybe we've got this new detection algorithm that we're trying out, like this is what's up, guys. But instead, well, like all the people just like get together on like Reddit or whatever, and we just speculate as like what's going on. No one knows what's going on. It's like, oh, a small bandwave. I'm up 5 places on the leaderboard. Like, and we all have to like guess what happened, or if there's going to be more.
How many? Like, they didn't even announce this last bandwave, did they?
Did they
didn't
ever
say anything about it?
I don't know that I've ever seen them announce a bandwave.
Not in recent times, for sure. It's not recent times.
It's just like, why not? And even if so, that's another point. It's just like, so say there's no changes for season 14. Like if they came out and said, you know what, we're we're spending pretty much like all our dev effort time on trying to stop the botting, really like make Blizzard or Diablo like a legit game again. Like, how many people would be like, yes, like that's fantastic to hear. But instead what they do is they penalize us people that like love the game and we're playing the game, and like there's no sense of like communication whatsoever between Diablo and the community.
They could say a lot of things, or they could just, well, if they would make a Diablo 4 announcement, I think we wouldn't care either, right?
Right. And
if they're like D4, if they just gave me a D and a 4 logo and that's it, nothing else. No screenshots, nothing.
Just scribbled.
That's all they said.
In crayon.
I would just be like, okay, I don't care. I'll grind season 14, 15, 16 the same, you know?
Yeah, it's just like, it's almost like they're going to get to the point where they've like alienated their own community. Like everyone would be so like spiteful, basically, because they don't give us anything. They don't give us a thing.
Right. Well, we really don't know about that bandwave. We had maybe 5 people. Some people said they moved up 5 places on the leaderboard.
And I had people in chat who were like, oh, I moved up 60 spots on EU. And I'm like, okay, I don't know whether or not that's accurate.
That's a lot. That's more than I've heard from, NA, but I don't know. I know that I didn't move up a crazy amount. Like I was close to 100 on my wizard. I'm close to 100 now on my wizard. So it wasn't amazing, Yeah. It wasn't ridiculous. But they didn't announce anything. They didn't say anything. The bots seem to be broken. I don't know if they're back yet or not. I haven't checked, honestly.
I haven't seen that they are. I'm a member of like some sketchy Discord communities.
Oh, nice.
And I'm kind of like a ghost member, so I never say anything. So I just see like all the little rats like talking about like, oh no, the bot's broken. When am I gonna play now?
Your cover's blown.
Yeah,
they're
gonna come start searching through their like user channel.
They're gonna witch hunt you. Yeah. Anything that's remotely close to Lord and Fluffy is gonna, they're getting shot.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So, but no, that would be interesting to see. So if they added more transparency, like what are your expectations for season 14? Let's see. Like what are we gonna get? What do you think?
What will we get for season 14?
You think we're getting a repeat? Season 12, season 13?
Yeah. I mean, we're getting to the point where like we needed the PTR already. I mean, granted, they haven't announced the end of season 13 technically yet, which is interesting.
Well, we still got a week, right? 2 weeks.
Yeah, but like if it was actually going to end, we would know already. So I think that this one might be a little bit longer than normal. Because usually they'll tweet out. Like,
we got the 23rd, and then we usually get the warning 2 weeks before that. So that would put it at what? This coming Tuesday, right?
I guess.
I don't know. That's math. I'm bad at math.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I think we're going to get the same meta. I don't think we're going to get any changes at all.
Agreed. And again, that would be fine if they like came out and said, "Hey, you know what, guys? Again, we're doing all this work towards stopping botting and blah blah blah," and everyone be like, "Okay, cool, man. Like, do what you got to do. Like, we'll play another season of Rats. No big deal." But instead, they just were completely in the dark.
Yeah,
it's pretty great.
I agree. I think that their transparency would go a long ways to keeping people happy. But not only that, like I said, transparency and everything. If they were just like, hey, we've taken all of our developers and we've moved them on to a new project.
Right.
They don't even have to say D4.
Sure.
If they just said a new project, then I think we'd be like, oh, really?
Yeah. But even that would be such a shame, because to me, like 2.6.1, like when I first read the patch notes to 2.6.1, I was like, oh my God, like they finally get it. Like they would do all this work in every past season. Like, okay, so they come out with, they revamped like Raycore or something like that. And then all the other sets that they had worked on before that, like would just kind of get left in the dust. And then we'd have a new meta or whatever. Instead of like just adjusting those numbers and keeping everything relevant. Like they would just like leave it completely in the dust. And like Natalia, for example, when Natalia first came out, it was amazing. Everybody loved it. And then the season after it was like no one ever played it again. It's just ridiculous. And so
it's my personal favorite.
So. Yeah, it's like And every season I'd be like in my stream and I'd be like, all it is, it's like the lowest dev effort possible. It's literally just like number changing. It's like you've got this whole community willing to test everything you need on PTR, and you don't really execute on that like ever. And everyone would come in the chat and be like, it's not that simple as changing numbers. And it's like literally 2.6.1. It's just numbers changing.
That's all they did.
It's the easiest thing in the world. And so when I read 261 patch notes, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like they finally get it. And so I think even if they were working on Diablo 4 now, I think that'd be this huge missed opportunity to like really keep fine tuning the game of Diablo 3 to like, because there's still so many. There's so many more.
It's just like you said. It's just numbers. All they have to do are tweak small numbers.
Yep.
Like for example, Whirlwind. I love playing Whirlwind. It's hot garbage right now.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
Yeah.
Add an extra 0 on the damage. You know what I mean?
Why is Rend still on that set? Like, can anyone tell me that?
Don't know.
No.
That's my complaint too. Why do we Rend?
Like, we'll get into that when we talk about Bar, but Jesus.
Yeah. but I agree. 2.6.1 was my favorite balance patch they've ever done. I think it made the most usable class diversity ever in the history of the game. And then Blizzard's smart, let's be honest. There's a reason that rat runs have 3 necros in the composition. There's a reason for that.
You think?
There's a reason for that.
Oh, no.
I mean, listen. All the classes are fun. They're all good.
Sure.
But they want to sell that character pass. Yeah. They want to sell that character.
Well, they teamed up with me because I make all the best guides, and so it sells millions of copies. And it's kind of like Amazon Prime and Twitch. They got this whole thing going on. And
I got you. I hear you. So they're like, Lord Fluff, what should we make?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm like, hey, buff Pestilence, make Blightspear the most OP build in the game. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know. Have you seen my Crusader build? My speedy Meth Crusader. It's pretty awesome.
Is it Condemn? It's got to be Condemn, right?
It's Condemn. It's like this crackhead Crusader that runs supersonic speed. It's pretty bad. But it's fun.
I mean, I love 261, and like I said, it's such a step in the right direction. But like, you look at classes like Crusader, like Witch Doctor, they really like don't have that many speed options, and that kind of drives me crazy because like I'm all about that speed life. But like, if you're playing Crusader, like you better love Condemn. If you're playing like solo Witch Doctor, you better love Helltooth Garg. Like,
yep, yeah. But we've always been pigeonholed. I don't think that's ever.
Yeah,
there's always been the one. That's the best.
But it sucks that like Necro, like for you go to my YouTube channel T13, we can do like anything we want. For high GRs, we have at least like 2 or 3 options, which is fantastic.
Right.
Other classes just don't even get that, which sucks.
Not until you get Paragon. Right.
Right.
Then,
Yeah.
Then you can smash it out.
But yeah, and there's so many like legacy items in this, 261. Like they changed some of the stuff, but there's still so many legacy items out there. If they just added like a damage modifier to them, like we're good to go. We are good to go. We've got new metas possibly. It's just like it's literally that easy.
Add a 0, like the Skullgrasp ring.
Yeah.
Add a 0.
Or that zombie charger weapon for Witch Doctor. Talk about all the time. Like add a damage modifier to it. You've got maybe like a Helltooth zombie charger build that could be kind of fun. Who knows?
Right.
But
yeah.
Don't walk away from the game now, is what I'm saying. Blizzard, I know you're watching.
Keep buffing it. Keep buffing us.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be nice if they communicate a little bit.
Yeah.
And just a little bit more.
I think that honestly, I feel like they have to, because like you see all these games nowadays, like the big games that are really just like taking off, like Fortnite. Fortnite's super transparent, super open with their community. And you've got
even the ones that aren't that big.
Yeah.
Like Division, for example. Like it was big and then it fell. And it's pretty dead as Diablo. They still stream all the time with updates and balance changes.
Yeah, and
monthly, weekly.
And now we're looking at games that are potential competitors for Diablo, like, this last Epoch game. Like, I streamed it the other day, and like the devs came into my like chat as I'm playing the game to like talk about the things I was liking, like the bugs that I was encountering and stuff like that. Like they were actively.
Really cool. What game was that?
Last Epoch, I think.
That's cool. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one. Vulcan's one that I've heard of.
Isn't it Wilson?
And
I feel.
I don't know how to say it.
Can we start this debate? Because I feel like it should be Wilson. I don't know if it is or not.
I don't know either. But you've played it though, haven't you?
Yeah, I play Wilson.
Did you like it?
Okay. The graphics, amazing, fantastic. Gameplay,
It was missing something.
it was just like all the skills kind of felt like clones of Diablo. Like I think there were like 2 encounters that I had, and like the Skeleton King guy, he was fun, and then like some of the arena stuff was okay, but like for them being in like alpha as long as they've been, it's pretty scary. Because you look at Alassie Puck as well, like if you compare it to that, like they haven't been in alpha that long and they're flying through content.
Interesting.
And I guess
I haven't.
Wilson's gonna hit beta pretty soon too, so it's like, what is like? Are they gonna drop a huge content bomb, or like I'm just worried for that?
I don't know. I looked into it a little bit, and I messaged them. I haven't heard back from them yet, so we'll see if they ever answer me.
Let's get them in here.
I know. Let's do it. Let's see if we can get them on.
Yeah,
give them a host.
You think Blizzard will? No.
So if they did, let's future cast a little bit.
Okay.
Let's say down the road.
Okay.
Diablo 4 is announced.
Yeah.
And it's coming out.
Yeah.
You've heard the rumors. MMORPG. You heard that one?
Oh, action art. Was it?
No. They're saying it's going to be an MMO like WoW. People are saying it's going to be MMO-ish.
Like straight up MMOs or not? Like top-down MMO?
Yeah.
Like
yeah. I don't believe that. I don't think that's going to happen.
I would think that would be the way to go. What is it called? Is MMO ARPG? That's what they should do. Yeah.
You think it's going to be MMO, like World of Warcraft?
MMO ARPG, yeah.
But just have a fixed camera angle, the isometric camera angle?
Top-down Diablo style. I think that would be the way to go. I think that's the way
awesome?
They should go. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if they're going to do it. And if they do, what about PvP? I think that was something that Diablo 3 was promised initially, was the PvP.
Yeah.
I don't even consider them implementing it. I mean,
fantastic.
They said they implemented it, but it's, yeah. Would you want PvP?
I mean, there's definitely, the more game types you have in a game, like the more population you're going to keep. So I'm all for it. Whether I would do it a lot, I don't know. But
I don't know. If they made it fun, I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
I like PvP in general, but I can't think of any incarnation of PvP in Diablo that would be.
It's kind of like
fun.
It would be to me like, so when I play, like I've played League of Legends like maybe 5 times my whole life. League of Legends just feels like a non-responsive Diablo. So I feel like if they had PvP like in the Diablo universe and you got like your 6 to 8 skills or whatever, I think it'd be kind of fun. But
it would be interesting to see how they did it. An arena style, maybe.
Yeah.
TV2, TV3. But I think I focus more on my World of Warcraft roots, push me in that direction where I kind of want to see like, the arenas in Diablo. And the more I think about it, I'm like, I just don't feel like it would work. So there could probably be some kind of, crazy grand scale battles. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But an MMO Diablo 4.
Yeah.
I would play the crap out of it. A lot of people seem to get heated.
I mean, I think it'd be fantastic because you look at. I think the only thing that's really on the horizon that could like really take out PoE Diablo is Lost Ark. I don't know if you followed that game at all.
No,
but it's an MMO ARPG. Looks absolutely fantastic. We still don't really know if it's coming to NA or not, though, which is the big thing. But I mean, that's gonna. Really? I think that'll set the pace for all ARPGs going forward. And I think, and that's kind of Blizzard's thing, right? It's like they'll take a really good idea and they'll throw a bunch of money at it, and then they'll make like their version of it, and it does really well. So I think they'd be silly not to make it. But we don't know whether or not an MMO ARPG is going to do really, really well because nothing has come out that's that great. PoE's doing okay, never had one. But
yeah,
it's not true
MMO.
Yeah.
That's not true MMO though. That's just like
It's certainly closer,
a Diablo clone, but yeah. I haven't invested enough time in PoE, so to 100% give my opinion.
I've given PoE very good chunk of time.
Yeah, I don't know. No PTR announcement this week.
No,
per usual.
Yeah.
So I was hitting the refresh button a lot. We kind of hit it on that a little bit, but I think we're stuck.
Yeah, I don't think we'll. I'd be surprised if we saw anything.
Yeah.
So if we don't see anything, what are you doing next season? What do you got?
I think I'm gonna roll a Witch Doctor.
Oh,
I haven't played one.
You've hit rock bottom? Oh,
yeah,
no.
I've hit rock bottom, dude. I haven't played a Witch Doctor as a main. I don't think ever. I don't think I've ever mained a Witch Doctor. And I think that's one way that I can keep the game fresh. So for me, when the game starts to get stale is when I play the same character over and over and over.
Yeah.
And I think like this season, for example, I started off maining a wizard and I did that for 2 months straight, and it was a lot of fun. But after 2 months, I'm like, okay, I gotta mix it up.
Yeah.
So I rolled a Crusader, and I love Crusader. I have a blast on Crusader, and it made the season fresh again. So I think next season it'll be Witch Doctor, and I'm sure I'm going to throw something else in there, a Necro probably, or I don't know, maybe a Monk. I haven't played Monk in a long time.
Yeah. I think my plan is to roll straight Monk. I think I'll do more of like the solo self-found kind of thing. And if I make my problem is if I make a Necro at all, like I'm gonna go back to it and just grind it all day instead of playing the class. Like I made a Demon Hunter this season. I was like, I'm gonna play a Demon Hunter this season. And I was like, please play a Demon Hunter. But I made the Necro, and like I was like, I know I can be doing risks faster if I just play the Necro. So I'm out of here.
That's the same. That's the same for me. I had a T13 Singularity build that I had last season that was so much fun.
Yeah.
And I missed it all season. You know, like it was a really fun T13 build. So it's the same. I'm afraid if I make the Witch Doctor and I roll the Necro or I roll the Crusader, then I'm going to eventually say, okay, enough is enough. I can't take the Witch Doctor anymore.
You're definitely not going to be able to make anything for like the first month. Just don't do it.
At least. But then once you do, you're going to switch off. You're done, you know?
Of the Witch Doctor builds, though, like which do you think you're...
I'm not sure when I'm going to play Chicken for T13s. Chicken's always fun. So I like playing the Chicken build.
Yeah.
But for greater rifts, I mean, it's Helltooth, you know? Isn't it? I mean, there's Fire Bats in me. Fire Bats, Witch Doctor is the only way to go.
I hate the Fire Bats is on Aracker and Helltooth. That makes no sense to me. It's like Corpse Lance being on Pestilence and Tragouls. I hate that.
Right.
So stupid.
Yeah. They couldn't diversify the sets enough to distinguish them.
They need to take Fire Bats off Helltooth. Period.
Yeah. I agree. So how about you? What are you going to roll?
I think, I'll do Monk. I might focus more on like either hardcore or solo self-found kind of thing.
I've never played hardcore. My problem with hardcore is I like to interact with chat a lot.
We can pause.
And I die a lot because of that. You know what I mean? So when you play hardcore,
that's why I die too.
Scared? Yeah.
This is interacting with chat.
Always blame the chat. Always.
Yeah, it's
always.
never my fault.
If you die, it's just... And I was reading chat. Sorry.
Yeah.
So every time.
If you're
playing the hardcore, how are you going to stay alive?
I mean, I think Crusader and Monk, like, they got a pretty, I wouldn't say easy, but easier than most classes on the hardcore. I think on the Necro especially, there's a lot of unavoidable death. Like if you're a Necro, like Lacuni Prowlers can like precognition where you're going to be before you blood rush, which is ridiculous.
And you're just dead.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the only unavoidable death across all classes is what, like Cold Snap, just being a dick.
Yeah. Or when your cheat death just doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
Because I've had deaths where I went back and watched the replay on stream on my Crusader, and cheat death never procced. It never went off. The Icon never went off. So.
Yeah, that sucks.
And see, if you're playing hardcore, I would get salty.
Oh yeah.
Instant salt. I mean, I might even. All right, I'm done with Diablo for the night. Switch games.
Sure. Yeah. I get it.
Good stream, guys. I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know. Maybe dabble in hardcore a little bit next season. I can't ever make that promise. I think chat wants me to a little bit, but
sure.
I can't make that promise.
Chat loves to watch people die.
They love the salt, don't they?
Yeah. I think
that's some of my best moments are when I get salty doing pushes,
Yeah.
Like, for example, you're on the Crusader and you got the rift locked down, and then you get Cold Snap or Gom, and it's just You know,
Right.
instant deaths, instant salt.
Yep.
So
I think one of my moderators literally links my first hardcore death like every day in chat. So thanks, Chuck.
speaking of, right. Speaking of, right.
No, not speaking of. Move on.
Right. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same for me. I got some pretty good kill clips. But I don't know, man. The season, I was expecting notes today. I was refreshing. We didn't get anything. I'm not surprised. But I think today was the cutoff. I think today was the final day where if they were going to give us a PTR and they were going to give us patch notes, it was going to happen today. I think that's why I was kind of excited for the stream to fall today, because I'm like, ooh, maybe we'll get those patch notes.
I mean, it's always a maybe because they still haven't announced the end date, so it's still on the table. But yeah, they would have to extend the duration of the season.
Right. Maybe.
You know, season 14 is the end of the bots. We never know.
Could be. That'd be awesome.
Let's just make this a speculation.
If they're a little more transparent and just tell us, like, hey, this is what we're doing.
It'd be awesome. We're obfuscating data.
Right.
I didn't know what that word meant until they said that.
Really?
Yeah. I really didn't.
Oh, man. So somebody just said, how long do we think seasons should be? I like the 3 months. Do you like the 3 months of the season?
If they don't make changes, I would like to see them shortened, maybe.
Shortened? What about Paragon cap? I know that's been a hot topic.
So, yeah, it's a super hot topic. I'm of the opinion that, like, you know, all these games they're ultimately time dumps, and you should be rewarded for how much time you can dump into a game. And I think if they take away Paragon, that kind of takes that away. But at the same time, we've never tried it. Like, try it. Like, you can do that. Like, you're Blizzard. You can just like be like, okay, next season we're doing 2K Paragon cap. See what happens. People hate it.
I'm in the
don't
same.
Do it again.
Like if they remove botting, it wouldn't matter, right?
Yeah.
But as long as the botting's there, even if you have a 2K Paragon cap, okay, so we all hit 2K Paragon, but those botters are still going to have full primals, and we're not.
Right, but if there's a Paragon cap, then that primal is much less of an advantage, which I think is the big argument, which is great. But for me, like,
it's still an advantage.
Yeah, it's still an advantage. But for me, I feel like I'd rush. It would be this crazy rush to hit 2K Paragon. Everyone would be doing rats like 24/7 for like the first 2 weeks or whatever. And then, you know, you do your pushing, you got your Paragon cap. Maybe you're continuing to grind out gear for a while. But I feel like at some point, like, you start to lose motivation because you're not seeing the increase in power anymore. I
agree. The time investment is why we play all games. That's why World of Warcraft is successful. That's why Diablo is successful. Every game that hooks us in is a time skip. Whether it's skill, you're going to get more skill from playing, or more powerful characters. If they take the Paragon cap away, once you hit max Paragon, what's your reward to play? You're not going to. So if they did that, they'd have to significantly shorten seasons.
Right. But again, they could at least try it.
Yeah, maybe that would be a good thing. Yeah. Maybe we have 2 month seasons, you know?
Right.
I would like to see more rewards for the seasons as well. I think as much time as we put in. I know when seasons were first announced, they gave us that transmog set of the seasonal, you know, the helmet and shoulders, and it took like 3 seasons to unlock it all. Mm-hmm. And then I was expecting that to be like a limited time. Like if you played seasons 1, 2, and 3, you got that transmog. Nobody else could ever get that.
Like,
and then expecting seasons 4, 5, and 6 to be a whole new set.
Yep.
And they just like, oh, here's seasons 1 stuff again. And you're like, wait, what? No.
Yeah, that's kind of lazy programming. You know.
And then it wasn't even that good. So it wasn't a good transmog set. So I would like to see things like that come back.
I would actually
portrait frames are cool.
I'd like to see so the portrait frames are cool. I'd actually like to see a season where they take out the Hadrix gift again.
Oh, really? Just start you off, you know, you got to earn it. Yeah. That'd be interesting. People make a lot of fuss over what character they're going to play based on that set. Yeah. And my thing is, you're going to get the set you want within the first day anyways. I mean, when we played this season, we were in T13s on day 1.
Right.
You know. So
600 to 700 Paragon day 1. Stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Day 1, you know. So the seasonal the gifts, the free sets doesn't matter to me. It doesn't influence my character of choice at all. But I know a lot of people care about that. They're like, oh, I'm going to play monk this season because they're giving away the Samucos,
Right.
So,
I mean, it's nice when you get the set that you want right out of the box. For sure.
Yep. But the seasonal rewards, I like the pets. I like the portrait frames. I'm a big portrait frame guy. I think that kind of shows off your.
Yeah. Now I don't even do them. Because like
you don't do this, Drew.
I'm stash tab capped. Like that was really the only thing that kept me going.
Yeah.
And
me too. I did it. I actually did mine on stream Sunday. I finished mine out because it was I had to do the set mastery and it took like 10 minutes. That long.
I want to understand the reasoning behind the stash tab cap. Like what?
I don't know.
Is it
I would
too
definitely
much
play
of a
every
server
season
load?
regardless, just to get that stash tab for life, forever.
Yeah, and everyone would. And everyone, like, easy thing that they could do is add microtransaction, $5 stash tab. Like, everyone would buy
we've
stash
talked
tabs.
about that too. How much money would you
content.
spend for extra stash tabs?
Yeah, it's like, what?
I want a whole column for every character class. Like, I want to have 5 tabs or a whole column for every single character class.
Exactly.
Because that's why I don't roll alts now. You can't. In a season, you literally can't save the things that you want.
Yeah, enable us to be more hoarders than we already are.
Right. And we're giving you money. Like,
right.
That's the biggest reason to buy Necro.
We'll
right?
buy it.
It's like your stash tabs.
Wait. The biggest reason to buy Necro is because it's the best class in the game.
Maybe. We'll see.
Stash tab is just a nice little bonus.
It's a nice bonus. Yeah. We'll see. So, I think going forward, if they would, the Paragon cap, to me, I don't think it's a great fix for the system. I think the system's broken and that's a band-aid. I think if they tried it though, I'd be down.
Yeah.
I'd play a short season with a 2K Paragon cap and just see where it goes.
Yeah. I'd love to see like more systems in place for the people that, like I said, time dump. Like, okay, so you have Paragons, which is fantastic, but like, at some point in the season, maybe you stop reforging or whatever, and you're at like 10,000 Forgotten Souls. You got like 150 Romaldi's gifts. Like, can we spend stuff? Like, can we get something?
Yeah. What if they added a second or another material? Like, what if you broke a primal down?
I talked about
and
like,
it gave you. Gave you primal dust.
Yeah.
Or something stupid.
I always like, we need more consumables in Diablo. Like, if you look at the endgame crafting in PoE, like, it's pretty great, but only like 1% of the population does it. If they added stuff like that, where you could like say you salvaged a primal and you got primal dust, and primal dust lets you like keep an item primal when you reforge it or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. If you spend 10 primal dust, it'll let you stay, or keep it primal.
Even other like super rare consumables where you're like, okay, you know what, I like that this rolled 10% CDR, let me keep that stat and then reforge it.
Yep. Or re-roll additional stats for crazy amounts of materials.
That'd be dope.
Crazy amounts.
Dope.
Yeah, because my Forgotten Souls I spin through pretty fast because I reforge a lot, but I typically have crazy stacks of the yellow and blue mats. It's usually pretty ridiculous. So it'd be nice if we had something to dump those into.
Yeah, for sure.
So
especially Romaldi's gifts. Like, what the heck am I gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, you stack a couple hundred of those every season.
Yeah.
Well, we got some questions, some Twitter questions. You want to jump into Twitter questions?
Sure.
All right. We'll do that. So if you guys don't know, every podcast, a couple days before, I'm going to tweet out on my Twitter and ask you guys for questions, and then we'll hand select some of those and we'll answer them on air. So Demonic Grizz asked the first question, and he says, when you guys are not streaming, what types of games do you enjoy? Anything other than ARPGs?
I'm never really gaming if I'm not streaming. A lot of it's probably controversial because, like, a lot of streamers are like, well, I can only stream Diablo, and then everyone thinks I'm this like crazy hard Diablo fan, and my community's Diablo, but it probably doesn't help me that I stream every game that I play, because like I'm all over the place. So right now, like Fortnite, everybody loves Fortnite right now. Fortnite's just like blowing up like crazy. I did. I played some PoE a couple weeks ago because I was crafting funerary picks, and I got a primal funerary pick. And then I said, I swear to God, if I get another primal funerary pick, I'm playing PoE. And my next scythe was a primal funerary pick. I was like, well, I'm a man of my word.
There it is. So how long did you stream it for? One night or multiple nights?
I did a couple nights of it, but we did a 27-hour stream of PoE the first night. It was tough.
27 hours?
Yeah.
When was this? Last week?
This was like 2 weekends ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I did the 24-hour stream once. I don't know if I'm going to do that again. I might do it on my 1-year partnership anniversary every year. That might be it. Because it was brutal, man. It took me about a week to fully recover from that. I'm too old for that shit.
Yeah, I do it once every start of season. The first stream of the season. It's always 24 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's tough.
I need to get my stamina up for that, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. My games, I play a lot of games. I don't play as much now that I'm streaming all the time. But I love Diablo. Obviously I stream that, but Destiny is huge. World of Warcraft is huge. And then I enjoy Fortnite a little bit too. I only play Fortnite with my kids. My kids love to play Fortnite. And so we'll get on and play. And they're a lot better than me. So it's kind of sad that you know, my kids would kick my ass at Fortnite. But yeah, I'm a huge Destiny fan. In all honesty, it's probably one of my favorite franchises of all time.
Do you play like Destiny on a controller?
No, I play on keyboard and mouse. Well, Destiny 1 was only console, so I did play on controller there. And that was pretty good. But once it came out on PC, it's controllers not getting touched ever again. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. Destiny 2's got some work. It needs some loving, but
for sure. I just can't.
Next question.
Go ahead.
You can't.
I can't do the Destiny PvP. It's such a joke.
The PvP? What about the PvE though? You don't like PvE? I mean, obviously you got to like PvE.
In an FPS, I want to wreck some noobs. That's what FPS is for, PvP.
I got you. It's there. Fortnite has kind of changed the landscape on what you expect from a PvP game. I mean, it's dramatically influenced the amount of fun you have in a PvP game.
I really can't remember a time in gaming history where a game has blown up this much.
Never. I don't think it ever has. And it's become culturally accepted because you have celebrities. Like example was when Ninja and Drake streamed it.
Speaking of Drake, where is he? He should be here.
That made it cool. Have you heard of those guys? I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't.
Yeah.
It made it cool. It made it popular. It made it.
It's crazy.
Acceptable. It's not nerdy like it used to be. Oh, you play Halo? You're a geek. You're a nerd.
Yeah.
Oh, you play Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare has always been a little bit accepted. Call of Duty has kind of been somewhat accepted. But Fortnite's culturally acceptable to play, and I think that influences that. Yeah. Dakota says, "What is the best primal you've ever gotten?" I know the answer to this right off the top of my head. So
you do?
If you need to think about it, I got a primal Death Wish on my Talrasha Wiz this season. It's baller. It's amazing. So hands down the best primal. 10% damage, or max damage, max. It's got attack speed on it, and that's really all you need. So it's good.
It's sad because I haven't got a single primal that's good this season at all. But last season I got season 11 I got Rasma gloves with int, crit damage, crit chance, cooldown reduction, physical, and pickup radius, which is kind of the dream.
That's pretty good. Last season I also got a primal Scythe of the Cycle for rat runs.
Could you drop int off of it?
I couldn't. It wasn't like the perfect roll ever. It was pretty good though. It was pretty good. It made me happy. That's what made me main in Necro last season. I started off on a Demon Hunter, and I was fucking around on a Necro, and I got that drop, and I was like, oh, Necro main instantly. I didn't touch the Demon Hunter the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So
one of my mods this season, he's almost full primal. It's ridiculous. He's only got
that's crazy.
500 more Paragon than me. He's such a
luck.
rat.
Rerolls or just luck? Must be luck.
Luck. No one likes him.
Fritz asks, spaces or tabs?
Tabs.
And I'm assuming that's a coding thing.
Tabs.
Because he knows that we're both geeks, computer geeks. Tabs, by far, tabs.
Yeah.
Nobody spaces.
Yeah. Idiots.
You're not hitting space 5 times.
No. Did you ever see that Silicon Valley episode, Spaces versus Tabs?
I didn't.
It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's a good
Look
little
it
scene.
Craig that Druid Boy says, do you think they should add PvP in Diablo 4? How would it work? I think we talked about that a little bit already. But yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Definitely.
A game mode's a game mode. There can be, unless the game modes are distracting from other game modes where it makes every game mode too thin and you can't find players, I don't think it's ever a bad thing to have more.
Exactly. And that's what these games have to focus on these days, population. You could have the best game like Halo 5. I loved Halo 5, but it's just arena 4v4. Like, you don't really have any other game types, and like it just completely died after 6 months because there's too much of a skill gap. So you gotta have stuff like that, everyone can play.
Yep. And then I think Destiny fell in the same boat where they just had too many for the population. They had like 12 or 13 different playlists in Destiny 1 at one point. They condensed at some point, but it was just too many. So you were waiting in queues too long. There weren't players in different playlists. So definitely a balance. But yeah, man, I would be down for PvP.
Yeah.
Tom Hinton says, is Diablo 3 in maintenance mode? Are we not getting any more updates? Probably.
That goes back to the transparency. Like, we have no clue. They will not tell us. It's the worst.
My guess, I don't know, man. 2.6.1 was a huge update. It was so big.
Yeah.
And they obviously put some work in on that. Was that the last final hurrah for Diablo 3? I mean, BlizzCon's when? September, October?
November.
Something like that? November?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a long ways away. I would think at the earliest, if we're going to get any announcements for a new IP or for Diablo 4, it's going to be BlizzCon.
Right.
So 6 more months of maintenance mode. That's a long time.
First round tickets go on sale tomorrow. I was hoping that we would know whether or not there'd be like a Diablo panel before I bought the tickets. So I don't want to go if it's just like Battle for Azeroth, BlizzCon.
Yep. And Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I hope it's not. That's the only thing I say. Gary V says, if Diablo 3 had cross save, would you also play on console?
I mean, I probably would. If I didn't stream, maybe I'd go sit on the couch and
I would probably do it just to play with viewers that play on console and maybe try it out with my kids. But I've seen their inventory management system on console, and that scares me because it looks hideous. The gameplay itself doesn't look that bad.
I wouldn't mind the roll on a necro.
Yeah.
So that I could bust down some doors. But
the right stick roll.
Yeah.
Right? But managing that vault through that inventory system looks kind of painful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would probably do it. If it were on sale, if it had cross save for sure, I'd probably do it. Load in one of my characters and play with some viewers. That'd be cool.
Chill on the
every
couch.
now and then.
Yeah.
Maybe you might just do it once ever, but
yeah,
try.
Probably.
It's
coming for Switch though. Woo.
I know, right?
Mind-blowing.
Do you have a Switch?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have a Switch?
Yeah.
Did you play Breath of the Wild?
I did. I actually don't even like I don't like single player games at all. And Breath of the Wild was
Top
pretty
5
great.
game
Yeah, it's great.
of all time. That game was so good. That was the only real game I have on Switch. I bought like Mario Kart and played it for 20 minutes. Breath of the Wild was so good. Justin Porter says, which would you eat for the rest of your life if you could only eat one? You could pick chocolate or candy. I'd pick candy because I eat Skittles forever.
But chocolate is candy.
That's kind of my thing. That's what I thought too. So I guess they're distinguishing between like fruity candy like Skittles and Starburst versus like Hershey's or Snickers.
Dark chocolate Kit Kat. Boom.
Really?
Oh
Done?
my God.
I'm going to have to go with I'm a Skittles fan as well.
Taste the rainbow. Hey, just like your background.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, man. I'd be with you. I eat the Skittles. Lawless says, if you eat leftover pizza, is it cold or is it hot?
Depends on my
you have to heat it up?
laziness factor, I guess. I prefer to like re-bake it in the oven.
In the oven?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a lot of effort.
That is.
There's no way I'm doing that. I'm too lazy. I'll be honest. That's not going down.
Yeah.
I'll eat it cold. I usually eat one piece cold while I'm warming up the other pieces.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's usually the way it goes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The bearded one says, what role does music play in your life? Do you constantly listen to music?
I feel like Diablo is one of those rare games where background music is great. And I usually have music going all times. I actually have people that watch like past broadcasts, so I try to make it just like copyright free. So it's just a bunch of like EDM crap.
EDM stuff.
But
yep. Yeah. I'm a huge music fan. I constantly listen to music. I've always been into music. I like almost every genre. It doesn't have, it's hard to say what impact it has on my life, but I constantly listen to it. I stream, when I stream, I have it on. When I work, I have it on. In the car, I have it on. So yeah, man, I like it. I love it. I tried to do the EDM or the royalty-free stream music stuff before, so my streams didn't get muted. I couldn't take it though. I couldn't find good playlists that weren't like
it's tough. Yeah.
Skip.
Yep.
So
it's annoying. It was a
so
process.
I usually just play.
Yeah.
There's a process.
Yeah. It took me a long time to put that list together.
Steal some of your playlist, maybe.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Elno83 says, have you ever played a Battlefield game, and would you play Battlefield 2018? No, I've never played a Battlefield game ever.
Too much
I played
running.
Modern Warfare 2 is the only Call of Duty game I ever played.
What?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I played it on PC. It was cool.
I could talk about COD alone. I think COD changed the realm of FPS, because before that was like, Halo was kind of like the big dog,
right?
But Halo skill gap was like crazy high, and COD kind of introduced the ability for like a complete noob to kill like just like a god. It's just if you can get those accurate first couple shots, like you win. And I think it completely. I think COD is one of the big reasons that Halo is dead right now. It's because.
So you think that was a good change or a bad change?
I mean, it's probably good because you want more population, and if there's instant gratification like Call of Duty, it's a good thing. Call of Duty, like I could talk about Call of Duty all day, but like awarding more kills, like kill streaks for killing, like for doing well, it's like so backwards to me. Like like I feel bad sometimes when I play COD because I'll drop like honey bombs, and it's just like, this isn't fair. This is like I shouldn't be rewarded with like a bombing run when
more powerful weapon for doing
like
good.
After I've killed 15 people in a row and no one can touch it. Like that's stupid. But I think Fortnite does it even better than that probably than COD does.
That rewards the kill streaks?
Rewards like people that maybe aren't the best players in the world. Because you still get to like walk around, you get to loot, and that's exciting. Like, what am I going to get out of this chest? And
yeah, Fortnite's the ultimate time sink because you can get in a game and drop 20 minutes, and your first engagement you get killed.
Right. And
you've done nothing but run around and pick up loot.
Yeah.
And then you're happy or pissed off. You're like, oh, I got a scar, or oh shit, all I got's this gray tack.
Yep.
So, But I've literally spent 20 minutes in a game just to lose my first engagement, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, those games suck. I hate those. I need action.
But yeah, me personally, I've never played Call of Duty at all, I don't think. I played Modern Warfare 2. I played a significant amount of Modern Warfare 2.
When Call of Duty added the additional movement, I think Advanced Warfare was the first one, then I was much more on board. Like when they added like the extra layer to the game that it's so
is that
much
the one
needed.
You can like wall run?
Yeah, you could double
ride,
jump and you could boost in a direction.
Yeah.
And then the one after that was you could wall run and stuff like that. But to me, like that was money for COD. And now COD's gone back to, boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. Yeah. That's what Destiny tried to do with Destiny 2 is they slowed player movement, boots on the ground style of play. And it had a really horrible reception. People didn't like it. So they reverted all those changes, but it's a little too late.
To me, you can't do that. You can't like go in the future and like give us all this crazy movement and then go. It'd be like playing like Halo 1 after playing like Halo 5 with like clamor and boost and sprint. Like I can't. Don't make me go slow. I don't want to do that.
Nobody wants to run.
Yeah.
Chicken Dog says, "What is your favorite memory from playing Diablo 3?" I got mine. I know mine already.
You start.
All right. So back before season 1, it was the patch before season 1. I was playing a Demon Hunter, and I was playing with some real life buddies of mine. We used to play together all the time. And I went to use the restroom or get a drink or something, and I came back, and we started doing a Greater Rift, and I was dying all the time. And I'm like, what the fuck is killing me? I can't take it. I don't know what's going on. I kind of start noticing that they're uncontrollably laughing, but they're trying to hide it. And so it dawns on me that the Crusader put on a Unity ring, and I had a Unity ring on. And he was standing in shit on purpose to kill me.
No.
And when I figured it out, it took me, a couple deaths to figure it out. And it was pretty funny, though. It's ultimately my favorite D3 moment. It was hilarious. We all had a great time laughing at my expense. It was funny. It was a good time.
I don't know. That's a hard question. So, I mean, I think I would say like when, NECA first came out and my guides started really popping off, just like seeing people, like just going to other streams and seeing people run like my builds and stuff like that and getting PMs all the time. Like, oh my God, Blight Spear's like the shit, dude. I think that was just like a big turning point. But
that's cool. Yeah, it just feels good.
Specific memory. Yeah.
To get some acknowledgement from it.
Yeah. To know everyone know I'm the best. Yeah. Basically.
Right. Exactly. Demonic Grizz asks, what's the very first game that made you fall in love with gaming? I'm old, so I actually played an Atari as a kid growing up.
Jesus.
Like
how old are we talking here? Are you 40, dude?
No, I can't tell you, man. I get asked in the stream every day. I had older brothers though, and they had an Atari, so it was there in the house as I was growing up. I mean, I was super little, but I played Frogger on an Atari. That's the very first game I remember playing. It's Frogger,
and that's what
and Asteroids. I fell in love with Super Mario though, Nintendo Super Mario. So
I actually wasn't allowed to have a gaming system growing up. So it wasn't until I was able to save up enough money to buy a Super Nintendo, which I was much older than the Super Nintendo. But yeah, I finally saved up enough money for a little 13-inch TV, Super Nintendo. And
there you go.
I mean, Super Mario, I loved it. I played Mario at my friends' houses and stuff. But Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, that's...
Oh, okay. That was the game.
That was the game. Good. Yeah.
Yeah. And it saved how many playthroughs it took you to beat it. So did you ever play through in one save and beat the whole game?
I mean, in this time, before the internet, like, I remember getting stuck. So, did you ever play Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, when the book, like, was on top of the shelf and you needed it to, like, get into one of the dungeons, and all you had to do was, like, charge into it and it would fall off the shelf?
And knock it off.
I was stuck on that for, like... 2 months. I was wandering around the whole world, could not find it, had no idea what to do. But I was like,
that's funny.
Yeah, it's a little kid. But
yeah. I remember that. I was a little older, but it was the same scenario for me. Like I had my own Super Nintendo in my room on this little bitty ass, 13-inch TV, playing Link to the Past. So that was a good game, and I didn't realize it kept track of how many saves you had when you beat the game. It would put a number next to the save file.
Yeah.
And I remember once I figured out what that was, I had to beat it with one run through, no saves. And so I think I didn't turn my Super Nintendo off for like 2 weeks. I would pause it and just let it sit there. So
yeah, I actually, it's such a weird story, but I went over to my best friend's house when I was in like, I don't know, third or fourth grade, and his little brother was bugging us all night to like play, and I brought my Super Nintendo over. And when we slept, the little kid like peed on my Super Nintendo.
What?
Right?
What?
Yeah.
Like he fell asleep and rolled over on it?
No,
or he like literally just whipped it out and
whipped it out and peed on it. And
why?
Just a weird kid, and it broke. And so like randomly 2 months later, I cleaned it out like one more time and I got it to work. But after that, my Legend of Zelda wouldn't save. So I had to play it. Like if I ever wanted to play it, I had to leave it on.
The parents of the kid or the kid, like nobody was like, here, let me get you a new Super Nintendo.
Nope.
Damn. Brutal. You need new friends. You need new friends.
Yeah. Well, I have a couple new friends now. Just maybe one or two.
I'd work on it. Do you, Evan says, do you prep or have a routine that you go through before every stream?
Oh, yeah.
I do too.
7 lines cooking.
That's
3 full syringes of steroids.
That's how you can do those 27-hour streams, isn't it?
7 layers of makeup.
Gotcha. I start about 25 minutes before my stream. I start getting ready, get a shirt, do my hair, get something to eat, get a drink.
You
make sure my equipment's working.
The Fonz of Diablo.
It's the hair.
It is, dude. Hey.
It's good. So I have a routine. I try to make sure I eat something because I'm always hungry on stream for some reason. And then I get a drink.
I do hate eating on stream. Like it's gotta be the worst experience, but like I gotta eat, dudes.
You got 100 people watching you stuff your face.
Yeah, especially if it's like just crunchy because it's like
yeah. And then you're munching in the mic. Yeah, I don't like it.
ASMR.
So
yeah.
Yep. So any prep for real prep, or you just hit go?
I hit go. I just hit go.
And then the last question of the night says, I forgot to write down who asked this. So sorry if you're listening. Do you wet your toothbrush before you put toothpaste on it and then wet it again, or do you just go dry?
Wet it. Yeah.
Yes, you got to wet it. If you go dry toothbrush and toothpaste, you're an animal. Something's wrong with you. Yeah. It goes water, then you move the bristles just to make sure that it's not crunchy. Then toothpaste, then water again, then brush.
Or water and then like flick it just to make sure nothing got in there, like wherever you're storing it. You know, it's in the bathroom, guys. There could be fecal matter on your toothbrush. It's gross.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of sick if you think about it.
Yeah.
So definitely water, toothpaste, water.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
All right, man. That's it for the Twitter questions. That's all I got. So you guys can find me at twitch.tv/ThaPChild. You can find me on Twitter at ThaPChild, and on YouTube, just search for ThaPChild. We're going to find you.
Same. Lord_Fluffy Twitch. 2 underscores on Twitter. And then YouTube, I think it's all one word. I don't know. Lord Fluffy. There's only the one.
It's only the one.
I think that's actually some anime character's name, Lord Fluffy or something. So that's weird.
Really?
But, yeah.
There's some rapper, apparently, that has the name P-Child, too.
What?
Yeah.
We got to find these guys.
True story. He actually messaged me years ago trying to get my YouTube channel. And I'm like,
did he offer some bling bling?
No, he didn't. No, like $5.
Cyber squat that. Maybe it'll blow up.
That's mine. I listen to his stuff. He's not good.
Bummer.
He's not good. So, all right, man. Well, successful first stream.
Yeah.
Thanks for everybody hanging out. We will be back tomorrow, or not tomorrow.
Whoa, what?
Not tomorrow.
Jeez.
Next Tuesday, we'll be back. Same time, 9 p.m. Central Standard, 10 p.m. on the East Coast.
Sweet. I'm looking forward to it. What? Do we know what we're talking about yet? Are we picking a class? I don't think we're ready to announce that yet. Okay. We could pick a class. Maybe we'll start off with Necro. You know? I guess save the best for last, to be honest.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can take some suggestions.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
Right on, guys. I'm turning it off. Peace out.